everybody, and welcome to DC Fine Art. Today we're going to be doing the final review for the Paletteful packs for February 2025. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a speed painting using only the products in this month's box. Once I'm done with that speed painting, I'll be able to give you my final review. Now that should be pretty easy considering that some of these products we've already had in a Paletteful pack box. But if you have not seen these products before, this will definitely be new to you. And if you have already seen these products before on one of my videos, who knows, maybe I might find something that's a little bit different about them that maybe I didn't notice before. So anyways, let's go ahead, turn this around, and let's get started. All right, so the first thing I did was take out my fine brush, and I used the FW ink. And that's just so that way I can get a lot more of the bigger parts that are black in there. And then I started out with his mane. I did the Aqua inks using that pearl green and the copper for his mane. I used the Liquitex inks for his face. And then I also used some of that blue of the Liquitex in there on top of some of his mane to give it some accent little marks in there. Using that pearl white for any of the whiter areas or any areas that I wanted to make a little bit lighter. Using that brush pen that they gave me, I was able to add some of the fine details along with some lines in his mane just to give it some character. And here is the final little piece that I created, this cute little lion, using only the products in this month's Paletteful pack box. All right, so here is the lion that I did using the products in this month's box. Now, there is some kind of things that I've had before in the Paletteful pack box, and there is some things that is new, or at least, well, I don't know if these were actually new or not in the Paletteful pack box, but I was like thinking, okay, well, we had duplicate of this paper here, and I just want to go over this with you. This is what they gave us, was a mixed media Strathmore. Now, I didn't use this in this video, but I just wanted to show you kind of, I did use it recently, and I created this with it. And I actually made like a little trading card too, but that was using, well, it was kind of like similar to this painting that I did. But I used it anyway for this card. And I was like thinking, you know what, that could actually be really cute for a bookmark or something. As you can see, I did dry it out with a hairdryer. And I mean, it's a little bit kind of out of shape, just a little bit, but it's not like too bad. I think that if I sprayed it down and just kind of lightly ironed it, that maybe it would go flat. I mean, like really flat, but I haven't tried that. But it was really nice paper to work with. It is like a hot press kind of paper, and it's a mixed media. I used ink on it, and I absolutely loved this paper. So this paper did very, very well. So just to let you know, I do give this a thumbs up on the paper. I really enjoyed it, and I didn't have no issues. The paper wasn't crumbling on me or anything, and I used like a pin on this. So, excuse me, there was really no, nothing that I could say that was really bad on the paper part. Paper did really well. So that was the mixed media Strathmore, and 15 sheets of it, and it's the 3" by 9" paper. Now I was like thinking, okay, this blue toned mixed media paper, I was kind of wondering if I had this before with the Paletteful pack box. I've never had the blue, I know that, which is kind of like a blue, like, I don't know, it kind of looks like it's a toned blue, but it's like toned more of a greenish blue. Now, when I removed the tape, I did notice that some of the edges kind of peeled. It could have been just me on how quickly I peeled the paper. So it could have been my issue with doing it. But since it is a 6" by 8", and usually I try and make my paintings, if I make them in these increments, I usually try and do a 5 by 7. So I just taped off a 1/2" and a 1/2" on top, 1/2 inch on either side. So that way if I put in a matting over the top of it, you will not see any of this. And I think it should be fine. I'm not too worried about that because it could be just me and I was just in a hurry. But the paper did really well. I didn't, as you can see, it's a little bit bowed on either side, but like I said, if you wanted to spray it on the back and kind of iron it out, you can. But here's the thing, and on a past Paletteful pack box, I thought I was giving a same kind of paper, just different color. So here is the mixed media that I got in one of the past boxes, and it was a tone tan. So, and it's a really pretty, I like this tan. I mean, it's just like, kind of like an aged, it's like aged old tan kind of look. Kind of looks like it just looks more aged, antiqued kind of tan. And then you got over here, here's the blue. So, which is kind of like a blue, I don't know if I want to call it blue. It's like an aged blue, but it's almost like kind of greenish in my eyes. So my eyes can actually perceive this as being almost like a greenish tone. But either way, these are have been really good papers. It hasn't really bowed up. I haven't had no issues whenever I was painting with it for it to peel. But I wasn't really scrubbing really hard on the paper neither. And I didn't really saturate it enough to where I was scrubbing real hard. But doing what I was using these inks the way I was doing it, I didn't have no issue with doing this painting. So it really didn't have no issues at all. So, I mean, it's a really good paper. I do like it. And would I use it for an art piece or another artwork that I wanted to do and to sell? Yeah, I would. I would definitely use it if I needed that kind of color, which I'm kind of happy with. Because that's one thing with Paletteful pack boxes is that even though I may have used this paper before, they may end up giving me the same type of paper, but just a different color. And that makes it really nice because if I really like the paper and now I got me a different color in it, it just makes a little bit more options for me to do my artwork and sell and pick out different things and let your creativity just go. So I am happy with the paper and I'm happy to have a tan and a blue now. So that's one thing that, I don't know, to me, it makes me super excited to have that. So I would say yes on the paper. Love the paper. It's nice. As far as the brushes go, the brushes did really good. And I really liked using my little fine tip here, this little tiny one to get into tiny little details in there. So of course, the brushes are always nice for me. I always use them and I use them for my acrylic painting or whatever I need them. I do like them. Now, I have had the art alternatives in other past boxes, but I did not get a brush one. So this one here is definitely new. It does act like a brush. If you push on it a little harder, you can get thicker lines. And if you just barely use the tip, you can get like thinner lines. It wasn't really flexible. So it wasn't like if you try and do like a small thin line that it instantly kind of bends on you and it's hard to get that thin line. It's actually a little bit more stiffer, so you really have to push down a little harder to get it to bend, which is really nice to be able to get both the fine lines, like the thin ones, and also to get the bigger ones. So the pen is really a nice pen. I didn't have no issues. Of course, this month's box, I'm just going to be honest with you, I didn't have really any issues with any of it. All this stuff has been really nice to work with. Of course, the FW inks, I have gotten these in the Paletteful pack boxes. This time I got black, so that's really nice because I was running kind of like halfway on my black for my Liquitex Acrylic Inks, but now I got some more black ink, and that's always nice to have. As far as the Liquitex acrylics, I do love these. I've got a whole bunch of them like back behind me. I love to buy them. They're light fast. You can sell them if you're a professional artist that likes to sell your artwork. I mean, I love these inks. These are like definitely my go-to for inks and trying different things with. So I am definitely happy. And those have always been great. Now, I really like these Aqua inks here. These here too, I've had in past boxes. That's what I got here. The pearl white, just to let you know, if it settles really quick. So whenever I was painting with it and using my brush to paint, it got to a point where it was like coming out clear. A little sparkly, but clear. And so I was like, what's going on? I thought it was more metallic-y. It's a pearl white. So you got to shake it and then use it, and then it'll come out looking like more of that silver kind of pearl white. So I would call it more like a silver kind of color. But if you're having issues with it coming out clear, it's probably because it sat for a little bit and it all settles. So it can be doing like I was doing this. I had already shooken it and I put it to the side, started working with all these other colors, doing that. And then I took my brush and dipped it in there and it was clear. So it really settled kind of quickly. So it's just a note. I would just make sure you shake it right before you use it. That way you're getting those pigments in there shaken up well enough to be able to see them. Now the green, it turned out really nice. I really like this green. It is a, let's see here, it's a new color to me, pearl green. So it's a really pretty green. I really do like it. I would almost call it like an emerald kind of green, but it's called a pearl green. And then of course the copper, which I used up here on the lion's mane. So all in all, and I do like these because these here Aqua inks, you can easily, once it's on the paper, I can take a wet brush and I can go over that Aqua ink and I can move it so it reactivates. So that's what makes it kind of like watercolor in a way, but it's not, it's ink. And yeah, these are really fun to work with. I'm glad I got these because I was actually looking online and I was wanting to see about getting some other colors in there. So I guess in all reality, I got one color that I didn't have. So the other two colors I did have. But all in all, this has been a really great box. It's a really good box, and especially if you don't have any of these Liquitex acrylic inks to give you a little set of those. Or if black, you could always use black for everything. And then having to try out these. I mean, so they have, and of course this, so you got two types of paper. They got you the, well, let's take that one away. That was in the last one. So, I mean, they gave you two types of papers to work with. And you can create bookmarks, or you could even make maybe some sort of painting maybe on either side and then have something in the middle. You could do that. So, yeah, I mean, definitely, this is, all in all, this has been a really great box. And all the products, I absolutely loved all the products. I didn't have no issues with any of it. So all in all, I give it a thumbs up. And yeah, that's what we had for the February 2025 Paletteful Pack box. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, remember to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, share, leave a comment. Any of those things definitely helps this channel grow. And also to remember to click that little bell icon, because you never know, whenever I release another video, that YouTube can notify you when I do. So until next time, bye you guys.